Good morning, everybody. We are excited to see you. Hope everybody's having a nice, albeit wet, Monday morning across the state. We are going to, Heidi's not with us today. She's at planning a wedding this week, so she's preoccupied with that. But we're going to go ahead and meet. And if you will please put your name and county in the chat, then we'll get a record of who attended, and we'll get started on the meeting. To launch, we're going to have Lacey talk to us. Lacey, are you ready?
Yes. So good morning, everyone. I just wanted to highlight and celebrate you all for your work in PSC, as well as those who've been supporting the Eat Fresh Buy Local project as well, the social marketing campaign promoting farmers markets that accept SNAP and double up food bucks. We've had quite a bit of news coverage. You know, shout out to Hiram, who did a great interview, but we've also had Kara, who did a radio spot for Eat Fresh Buy Local. I believe also Kayla did a UPR interview. So we've just really shout out to all of you for being so newsworthy, and thank you for having something that is amazing to share and report. And just to maybe also send as a warning, with some of this coverage, you might be receiving more phone calls. So just let your local extension offices, the staff assistants know. They might receive more calls, and give them a few tidbits. For example, buy produce for your neighbor. You can just share with them when you are collecting food at the local farmers markets and such, just so they can help respond to questions from the public. We also, with this news coverage, I've been getting a lot of requests just on the status statewide. And so, for example, requests to know how many pounds of produce have been donated so far this summer. And I noticed there are some counties that are doing it looks like right after they've dropped off the donation at the local food pantry, but there's some that are a little behind. And so if you can just make sure to keep those comment sections up to date as much as possible, that'll be really helpful. Will keep me from having to probably pester you to try to get that data for the media. And then also, as you're entering it, I noticed there's some counties that have community gardens as well as the Buy Produce for Your Neighbor program. So when you enter that into pairs, if you could just separate the pounds from each of those interventions, I've noticed that there's times when we need to be able to break that down. And so if you can just enter them as 5 pounds from Buy Produce for Your Neighbor, 10 pounds from the garden, as you put that into pairs, that's very helpful. And then also at the end of this fiscal year, which we're getting close to it, if you could add, if you could total out the amount that's donated by each intervention just at the top of your comments, that would be very, very helpful for me. And thank you all for all of the amazing work you're doing. We're really helping a lot of people improve their access to local fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's definitely newsworthy. Thank you.
That's cool. It's getting a lot of attention indeed. Okay, I just wanted to say thanks. At the beginning of June, when I didn't have any information on Facebook in pairs, I kind of freaked out, and then everybody was fabulous at getting it in. So thank you. That was really nice of you to all respond so quickly to that email for help. My other items are, I just want to remind you to keep those ambassadors in action photos coming in. They can be anything that you're doing relating to work or modeling good behavior. If you're cooking, if you're preparing lessons, if you're budgeting, if you're, any of those kind of photos are so useful to show our participants that we're enacting the things that we're talking about. If you're gardening, if you're doing work that's physical, just keep those coming in. They're so fun to see, and they're really popular. Along that same line, I want to do our drawing for July. So let me pull up our little, let's see, can I share my screen? All right. Okay, can you see my little wheel? And we had a lot fewer entries this month, so let's see who wins. Kara. Kara is our winner. Good job, Kara. I will send you I'll send you the list of prize options, and then we'll have Amalia order them and send it out to you. So thanks so much for doing that, and continue to send those in. And I think the pictures that are coming in are great. And also just a reminder to make sure that you put in July's Facebook reach. If you could do that this week. We still have August, and then we'll squeeze in September, and then it'll be the end of the grant year. So we're getting to the end of this year's reporting. So you guys are doing great. All right, Hiram.
Okay, so we've gotten a couple emails recently about the Create Farm Fresh surveys. Just as a clarification and reminder, there is no pre or post survey for the Create Farm Fresh survey. So you would just use the same one for all of your classes. And the way that it's written helps us gather information about growth in fruits and vegetable intake. So if you're, we're used to the Create Better Health ones, we have a pre, mid, and post. This one, you use the same survey every class. And if you have any further questions about that, just send it my way. And then to piggyback off of Jocelyn's reminder about getting your social media numbers in, it is also the start of August, and I'm flabbergasted that we're this far in the year. But anyway, it's the start of August, so this is your friendly reminder to get your pairs entries in for July if they haven't been done already. Last month, I was able to send out reminders to each county, reminding you to do that. This month, I probably won't. So this is your reminder, and you guys are doing awesome. I love reading the pairs entries, especially those success stories. I'll just constantly put that little plug out there. I love them. They're my favorite. So keep sending them in. You're doing great. And that's all I have.
Thanks, Hiram. There's also a reminder that there's a training on the YouTube channel that has tips for successful success stories. So if you're struggling with your success stories, and just everybody should watch that, and then that'll help them get their success stories in. Because like Hiram said, those are the meat or the flesh of our reporting. So that's great. Marcia, did you have one more thing before we go into county sharing?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone that we have a new month for employee wellness. So make sure you get your pictures of your Captain Create at the national and state parks in by this week so that I can get ready for the drawing on those. And then this month, it is Family Fun Month. So it is the end of the summer, kind of crazy. My kids actually start school on the 12th. We are so close, we only have a week and a half left. But spend those last few summer moments making memories with your kids and your family. Be present, snap a picture, and add it to our Facebook ambassador page, and you'll be entered into August's drawing. And that's all I have.
Okay, that sounds fun. All right, we are going to move into county sharing, and we will start with Beaver. Cindy, are you and your team on? It might not be. Oh, there you are, Cindy.
I don't think that Lorraine is here, and I guess I can make her announcement, but she will be leaving us, and which is super sad. She was offered a part-time teaching job here at the local high school, so it's a great step for her. But that will leave us without an ambassador. So that just happened like the end of last week. So she has currently been doing, over the summer, she's been doing some 4-H programming. She taught the Create a Cook class, and then she will be teaching a Clover Bud kitchen class this week and finishing up her pairs entries. And she's continued to do the thumbs up in our local grocery store. So that's what I have to report from Beaver.
Okay. That's a loss for us, but definitely a gain for your school. So, Kay, relay our happiness for her and disappointment for us, but great. And then Cindy, just talk to Heidi about hiring options. She'll work with you on that. Box Elder, are Becky and April on? I feel like they were. There's April.
Hi, so I didn't know if Becky was on or not. I haven't had a chance to scroll through. She has been on vacation, so she might still be running a little slow this morning. We are doing great in Box Elder. Oh, there she is. So Becky sent Amalia something to read, so that might be even better to get it from Becky's words.
I will look that up really quick. 1 second.
Okay.
We'll come back and read what she had to say, but while Amalia's finding that, Cash, are you on? Someone from Cache County? Seeing if someone.
I don't know if Annie's here, but I could just share what she has been doing. She has been doing the gardener's market on Saturdays, just doing the buy produce for your neighbor and spreading the word about that.
That's awesome. That's on fire across the street. Great. All right. Amalia, do you want to share what Becky had to say for Box Elder for us?
Yes. So she said, technical issues here, please share. We are finishing up a Captain Create My Plate series at a Boys and Girls Club in Garland this week. Tomorrow, they are starting Food, Fun, and Reading at the local park. This is for a play group run by the United Way of Northern Utah. It will have about 40 kids. That's awesome. Great job, Becky.
Cool. That's great. I love that you're teaching Captain Create, especially during the summer, which is harder. Carbon. Is anybody on from
Yep,
Carbon?
I'm here.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. I do food, fun, and culture 4 times a week at the library. And then I just finished up 3 different Kids Create and Captain Create series, and I'm starting back up with another Create Better Health Commodities class. We just barely started doing the double up food bucks at our farmers market on Saturdays, and I actually have a lot of different classes and series starting up pretty soon here. So it's pretty busy time of year right now.
Wow, that is busy. Good for you. Okay, cool. Well, keep reporting on it. That's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Davis. Is someone on from Davis that can give us an update?
Yeah, so Davis County, we just finished, obviously all of our July programming. So we did a food, fun, and culture series at the local extension. We've been hosting, just a minute, let me finish my thing. They all show up when I need to talk. Food, fun, and reading, come sit by me. Food, fun, and culture. And then we're starting another food, fun, and reading series this week on Wednesdays. And they've been very popular this summer. So I think making people sign up via Eventbrite to make sure we don't max out the max capacity for current restrictions of the extension has been helpful because it encourages people to actually keep their spot and come. Rachel's been doing, I don't know if she's talked about this yet, but she has a local low-income apartment complex that wanted to participate in our Create Farm Fresh Garden series that we decided to try this year, but we'd already filled the series. And so Rachel's kind of been doing a hybrid Create Farm Fresh Gardens, Create Farm Fresh Foods class there. So we had the master gardeners come in and help them replant they just have a small garden box, but they're growing some great produce there. And then the master gardeners are also dropping off produce donations every week. I think every week or every other week. And then we are teaching Create Farm Fresh Food series, focusing on our recipes, demos on some of the foods that they have there in their garden. And then they'll finish up the Create Farm Fresh Gardens piece at the end of the season. They'll do a harvesting, gleaning, cleanup prep for next year with our master gardeners. So that's been fun. And then something we're really excited about is we get to attend the Head Start Teacher in Service this month. and get the food, fun, and reading program in front of those Head Start teachers that maybe haven't had the experience of it yet. And we're just going to do a little create a smoothie demonstration because they are doing a cruise for their in-service. And so we'll be doing a smoothie, and then we'll show them a little bit about what food, fun, and reading would look like and invite us into their classroom. So we're excited to get back in the classrooms this year because Zoom was a little exhausting by the end of the year for me.
Wow, that's awesome. Way to go, Amberly and Rachel. And the Create Farm Fresh Food, Create Farm Fresh Gardens. That's amazing. Good for you guys. Okay, a lot of good stuff happening. And let us know how the Head Start class goes. Too bad it's not a real cruise. That's super cool. Duchesne, are you ladies on?
I didn't see them on.
Okay, I know they're really busy driving around. Okay, Emery, do we have Barbara or?
Yes, Barbara's here. We are continuing with our weekly Facebook Live series. Well, it's not a series. Right now we're doing vegetables. We do not have even our small farmers market this year because of the drought we have next to no fresh vegetables. So we're highlighting fresh vegetables all of this month. The food bank has received small donations of vegetables, so we're trying to help people use those. We did have, Ro came and taught us last week about using chopsticks as a cultural thing. That was really fun. We had a lot of people try that. We demonstrated hillbilly bread for the 24th of July. So we've tried to find some things that are fun. We do not have our regular commodity cooking class yet. We've had some changes at our food bank, so we're waiting until they get some of those problems ironed out, and then we'll go back there. We're looking forward to getting back into Head Start here real soon as they start. But we're having a great hot time here.
Yeah, adjusting to the drought is probably changed up a lot of the.
That's been very hard for us because some places we have no watering turns, so yeah. Gardens are almost non-existent, and what people do have, they are willing to share what they have with the food bank, but a lot of people haven't really had anything to share yet. So squash is about the only thing that's really doing great.
Well, good. Hang in there. You guys are doing good. And thanks for helping them. Garfield, do we have a representative from Garfield on?
We did, or I just finished a series of the food, fun, and culture at our local library. And we're working on setting up stuff for once school starts. It's just been tricky to get people to come to stuff in the summer. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sounds like the food, fun, reading, and culture curriculum is popular right now. That's good to hear. We're getting the finalized versions all together, so that's great. Iron County, we have Myra or?
Over to Kate.
I know Kathy's on.
Yeah, so Myra and I are both going to be finishing our library classes here in the next few weeks, as well as we've been going to the summer lunch program and doing little educational booths and stuff there for the kids. And then as those end, we're getting things set up at Head Start. The Enoch Library that wants us to come when school starts, as well as, and we're going to contact we've been in contact with the teachers, and we want to contact the principal about, it's a post-high school special ed class for the 18 to 22-year-old special ed kids who are going there. So we're going to contact him, and we're getting those forms filled out. And then we've also just this last week finished our second lesson in Spanish that Myra and I kind of team taught, and that was really successful. And the the branch we've been working with here really, really appreciates that. And we've had really good attendance, both lessons that we've had with them.
Fabulous. You guys are doing some good recruiting. That's really good. I'm glad to hear that you and Myra have not floated away in all the flooding down there in Cedar. That's pretty scary. It's good to see you dry and happy.
Yeah, it's been crazy, but we're surviving. Lots of service projects.
Good. Well, stay safe and thanks. Yeah, good job on those new areas you're teaching. Cool. Okay, Juab, I think I saw Laurie.
Can you hear? Oh, there we go. Hi. Long time no hear, you guys. Hello.
Welcome back, Lori.
Thank you. I made it. I've just been trying to heal, but I am working diligently on getting classes started. We've got the fair coming up and the health fair coming up. And I have a Head Start parent meeting I'm doing this month and doing around town handouts. And so I've got a lot of planning to do, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. So thanks for all your support, everybody.
Wonderful. So glad to have you back. You're doing awesome. Looks like Duchesne has hopped on. We wanted to see if they wanted to, if Mercedes and are you guys ready to report a little bit about what you're working on, Duchesne?
Yes, we'd love to.
Cool.
So we've got lots going on. We last week installed our last community garden box. And so we are managing about 120 garden boxes in the community at people's homes. And we've got one at our office and one in Duchesne, that they have about 6 garden boxes as a community garden box that they're donating to the pantries. So we've been very busy gardening, which has been awesome. And then we've been doing Buy Produce for Your Neighbor and running a booth at our farmers market. And then in September, we're starting, so our libraries just opened back up to face-to-face instruction. And we had a planning meeting. We're gonna start the first week in September and do food, fun, and reading. And then after food, fun, and reading, we're gonna do Captain Creates around the world curriculum with the library. And then school will be starting up, and we're usually pretty popular around in the elementaries teaching the kids. So we're excited to keep going with our garden box projects and then rolling into fall with more of our school.
Wow. Okay. So have you guys had plenty of water up there, or are you
in spots, but of
Okay.
course not at my house.
Okay. Wow. That you guys are going to be master gardeners at the end of this by experience.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot. Way to go. Duchesne
Thank
is
you.
really lucky to have you two there. You're working so hard. Okay, cool. Thanks for the positive report. That's awesome. Kane, Brittany, are you on?
Yes, I am. So over the summer, I've been doing a library and WIC newsletters. I usually teach a series at the library, but the room that they do classes in is, of course, being remodeled. So they gave me a bulletin board to do, so that kind of highlights the newsletter, and I can set out books that go along with the category that we're talking about that week. So that's been kind of fun. I've also been doing a newsletter for the Mill on Wheels participants, and then this is kind of a highlight. With my coalition, we've done some member outreach to get some new members on our board, and we have a city board member and the mayor have been coming to our meetings, which has been awesome. They've invited us to come and share some of our ideas, so we have a lot of leadership support now. So I think really our opportunities are endless. I also worked with Elizabeth to apply for the Healthy Community Award, so it kind of highlights what our coalition does. And then I believe we get results in the next month or two, and then there's a big, I can't think of the word, like a big dinner that they will announce like the winners, and then the title of whoever receives the Healthy Community Award, they have that title for 3 years. So we're hoping that we get that. The mayor wants to do like a write-up in the paper and everything if we're awarded with that. So fingers crossed they choose us. We had a lot of awesome things to share in the application. So I think we have a pretty good chance.
Did you say you and Elizabeth put together the application for your community? Is that right?
Yeah, me and the person that represents the health department, we did the application, and then Elizabeth helped us just with editing some of the essay questions just to make them really formal. So it was awesome. I'm really excited to hear what the results are.
That's exciting. Yeah, we look forward to hearing. Even, I hope you get it, and probably you will, but just even being able to offer up an application is pretty impressive. Well done. I know you guys were doing a ton of different community things, so good job. Okay, that's exciting. Let us know at the end of the dinner if you get it. Millard, Mariana, are you able
Yes,
to?
I am. Okay. I just finished up the food, fun, and culture with the Fillmore Library, and then also we did a Fillmore day camp with 4-H, and we did 2 lessons at once. So it was 2 hours instead of 1 hour. And we did it because our attendance seems to dwindle. You start with a lot and then they dwindle, and that's kind of what happened. But we finished that up all last week. I'm doing share produce with your neighbors with the food bank, and the last 2 weeks we've been receiving produce from people's gardens. It's not been a lot, but it's still pretty good. Got quite a bit of squash so far. I've been doing the Create Farm Fresh Foods classes with my adult classes. I had a really great success story with our Central Utah Mental Health, and they, after my first 2 classes, started their own garden, and I was amazed from the first class to the second class, because they didn't have it done in May, and they didn't start it until after I taught the first class in June, and I went back in July to teach the first week, and their tomato plants were like 4 feet tall already. And I was amazed because I started mine, and mine are still these little dinky things. So I was just amazed at how their garden took off, and the way they were so excited about it with this group was just so amazing that they actually get to see it's really turning out really well with the plans I gave them to do a grow box, and they just did it, and it has just been amazing. So that's been a fun success story for me. And then this week, it's our fair, and so I'll be going up north to get blender bikes, and we'll be doing the Popeye smoothies at our fair with the blender bikes. So that's what I've got going this week. And then starting to get organized to get my schedule for the year going with the school starting back up will be my top priority, so, in calendaring.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that Providence rained down on them and their little boxes are growing well, so they'd be encouraged. That's great. You taught them well. Cool. Thank you. That's good. Okay. Paiute.
Jocelyn, we don't have anybody in Paiute right now.
And Chris wasn't on either, so.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. Candy, do you want to tell us what's coming up on the blog and social media for the next month?
Yep. So coming up, we have a post called Mealtime Mayhem, which is talking about kind of a little bit about menu planning and about how we make mealtime not so crazy. We've also got top 10 ways to enjoy mangoes, and we'll highlight a Kids Create post and also a post about cooking with.
Excellent. Thank you. Everybody remember to push those messages out, and then you can use your own Facebook pages for local information, but we work really hard to make sure you've got a statewide message so you don't have to be spending a lot of time creating those kinds of broader messaging. Paola,
yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Okay, so with the corporate health in Spanish, I'm going to start sending for this month the newsletters. And I really would like to thank the other countries that doesn't have a Spanish ambassadors, that they have been requesting me to share with them the newsletters that I've been creating every month. So thank you so much to those counties. I really appreciate it that you are sharing all the information. And also, just for all those that would like to share them, you know, even if you guys don't have any Spanish ambassador in your county, sometimes the newsletter, they could be a good option, you know, to share in the food pantries or any other place that you think that can have any Latino community. Yeah, thank you so much, Amberly. Amberly actually has been the one that it's been requesting it, and also I think also I can remember, let me see if she's here, but also I share some recipes from other countries, mostly Latino recipes for for community gardens. So yeah, thank you to all those counties, all those ambassadors that they've been working with me. So for our social media, I've been including Captain Create Week now. This is going to be the second month. So for every week, I have a subject. So now 1 week of the month is going to be a Captain Create Week too. So all the posts that I do, I post or I include Captain Create pictures. So for the newsletters, the subjects is going to be about watermelon, because I think it's Watermelon Day. I think it's tomorrow. And let's see, I have it right here. But yeah, so thank you so much. And let me see, give me 1 second. Well, I just gotta find my newsletter, but yeah, basically that's it. And yeah, thank you so much.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that the counties that don't actually have a Spanish-speaking ambassador on staff are tapping into the materials you provide. That's brilliant.
And actually, I just would like to add something very quick. Also, we got an interview for the radio, a local radio here about our program. And yeah, I've been receiving a couple emails about it, other connections. So yeah, it was good. So
marvelous. Okay, good, wonderful. This is so much great work going on. Everybody, part of the state's in a drought, part of it's being flooded. So everybody stay safe. Keep up the good work. If you have questions or you need anything, feel free to reach out to the state office or your supervisors, and they can ask us if they don't know the answers. But you guys are doing marvelous. You're doing such a good job. So proud of the program and what's happening during this wonky time of public health. I think that's it for today. And if you have any questions or you need anything, just shoot us an email or give us a call. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much.